Hello, and welcome to the first in this video series, where I'm going to be sharing with you a very unique form of exercise that was developed by Paramhansa Yogananda, who, as I've mentioned in other videos, is widely considered to be the father of yoga in the West. He spent the better part of his life, nearly 30 years, traveling across the country, across the United States, and different parts of the world, lecturing to audiences about the science of yoga. Now, one of the teachings that he brought was this system of exercises, which he called the Energization Exercises, which he claimed were his unique contribution to the ancient science of yoga. He said that the discovery of the principles behind these exercises marks an epoch-making discovery in the field of health and exercise. So I'm very excited to be sharing these exercises with you because I know what a profound and uplifting effect that they've had on my life and also the lives of many others. Over the course of his life, Paramhansa Yogananda made many claims which, at the time, many people found hard to accept, hard to believe. He would talk about reprogramming your brain, reprogramming the subconscious to alter your experience of life. Now, modern science, neuroscientists know this as the principle of neuroplasticity, the ability of the brain to be able to literally rewire itself, to rewire its neural connections, to change the way that our habitual thoughts act. Other things that he said, one of my favorites, is he said that foods have a spiritual quality to them, and that by eating certain foods they can help to stimulate that quality within us. He said that oranges, for example, have an uplifting effect on the mind. They can help to banish melancholy. And now we know that the vitamin C and the different minerals found in oranges and citrus fruits help literally as sorts of antidepressants. They help to stimulate endorphins and dopamine in the brain. He also said that nuts such as walnuts and almonds help to generate brain power, help you to develop your brain. We now know that the fats and the proteins in nuts help to literally build the gray matter of the brain. So many, many claims that Yogananda made during his lifetime. Science is just now starting to catch up, and with hard facts and studies being able to prove what he intuitively was able to perceive. Now that brings us to the topic of exercise. These exercises, as I said, were his unique contribution, and from his state of heightened consciousness, he was able to perceive the body on its electrical level. He says that the body, he likened it to a battery. And he says that we can recharge that body battery by the use of our will. Will being the mental switch that allows the energy to flow. Modern science, as I'll show in other videos also, as we go through this course, are also catching up and proving that this body does have this underlying electrical system, which just goes to lend credence and credibility to this ancient idea of prana, or chi, known in different cultures and different traditions by many, many names. But it's this underlying life force system that we have, that Yogananda taught that we can stimulate that flow of energy. We can increase that flow of energy in our body through the use of our will. So I'm going to be sharing with you, it's a system of 39 exercises that should be done in a row. So as we go through these videos, I will share with you 7 to 8 exercises at a time. So today I'll share with you the first 8, and next class I will review the first 8 and then add an additional. And in this way you'll really be able to incorporate all these exercises. Instead of trying to learn them all at once, we're going to try and build a sustainable practice. They're simple exercises, but there are some subtle points that you really want to be careful and make sure that you're practicing to get the most benefit out of them. Now, there's a few key principles behind these exercises. As I've mentioned already, we're using the willpower to stimulate a flow of energy in the body. And the way we're going to do that is by generating tension in the muscles by the use of our will. Now, everything we do is an act of will. Me just standing here is an act of will. Me speaking, lifting your arm, doing anything takes a certain amount of willpower. As I said, that willpower is that mental switch, that it's the gap, the bridge, you might say, between thought and action. That's willpower. So what we're going to be doing is using our willpower to stimulate and generate tension in the muscles, and we're going to be directing energy to various parts of the body. When we do that, we want to make sure we're practicing with deep concentration. We want to be focusing at the center of each body part as we go through. And we want to generate the tension from low to medium to high tension. We don't want to jump right to high tension. We want to gradually increase our will to stimulate that tension in the muscles. And we want to hold the tension for up to 3 seconds. And we know we've reached a high state of tension when the muscles and the body part begins to gently vibrate a little bit. So we want to tense from low to medium to high, and then we want to relax from high to medium to low. So that's the will and tension aspect of these practices, and we want to practice them slowly and rhythmically. Again, we don't want to jump to high tension. The breath is another aspect, and in certain exercises, we're going to use what's called a double breath. It's a short followed by a long inhalation, followed by a short followed by a long exhalation. It should sound something like this. Breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. And this specific breathing exercise helps to increase our intake of oxygen and increase the body's expellation of toxins through as we exhale. So we're inhaling, we're taking in more oxygen, and we're exhaling when we're throwing out all the toxins in the body. It also has a very calming effect on the nervous system, this breathing pattern. So be sure to pay attention for when I give you the cue for certain exercises, we're going to add the double breath in there. The other part is, Yogananda recommended that you practice these exercises with your eyes closed. He says that we lose a lot of energy through the eyes, partly because it distracts our concentration. When we have our eyes closed, we can focus our concentration fully in the body part being tense, in the act of tensing. But obviously, for the purposes of these videos, you want to start by just having your eyes open and watching me and following along. So we have focused concentration, we have willpower, low, medium, high, high, medium, low, and we have the double breathing. When there's no specific instructions given for the breathing, we just want to breathe normally, breathe naturally. Okay? So that's all for now. We'll move now into the first 8 exercises, and that'll be all for this first video. So I'll pause and readjust, and we'll get started with those exercises. Okay, so one final point that I want to make about these exercises is that Yogananda divides the body into 20 parts. So we have the left and right foot, the left and right calf, we have the left and right thighs, the left and right glute, the lower abdomen below the belly button, the upper abdomen above the belly button. We have the left and right forearm, the left and right upper arm, left and right chest, and then for the neck we have left, right, front, and back. So in total that's 20 parts, and as we go through, especially the full body exercises, we want to, as best as we can, tense in that order, so we're consciously sending energy to the different parts of the body, not just kind of randomly tensing the body. One of the goals of these exercises, which I'll talk more about in later lessons, is we're wanting to develop control over our energy. So in order to develop control, we want to consciously be sending energy throughout the body. That also means that in the more specific exercises, where we're only wanting to tense one body part, we want to make sure we're only sending energy to that limb, that section of the body. We don't want to have tension in these other parts of the body. So we really want to learn to focus and control where we're sending the energy. Okay, so for this first exercise is a full body exercise. In addition to being full body, we're going to also include the double breathing technique. So when we're inhaling with a double breath, we're going to be tensing, again from low, medium to high, holding the tension, and then we're going to double exhale and relax completely. Now the starting position for this exercise is we're going to bring our feet slightly together, a little closer than hip width, bending the knees and bringing the palms together in front of us. So this is the starting position. We're going to double inhale and then start tensing the body from the feet, working our way up. We're going to hold the tension with our arms out wide like this, chest up, chin tucked. And we're going to double exhale and relax back down to the starting position. So the first exercise, palms touching, double breathing, goes like this. And we'll practice this 4 times now together. So double inhaling, starting tensioning in the feet, working our way up, tensing the arms and the neck, hold the tension, and then double exhale, relax completely. Double inhale, tense, double exhale, relax. Double inhale and tense, and relax. Once more with great willpower. Hold the tension and relax. Yogananda says the greater the willpower, the greater the flow of energy. So we want to tense with high will and relax completely. Next exercise is called calf recharging. We're going to shift our weight to the right foot and we're going to lift our leg, ankle back, and we're going to tense the left calf only, tensing down, relaxing, tensing back, briefly relaxing, and continuing this way until we've done 4 times front and back. And we're going to now bring the ankle back, tense the calf, and we're going to rotate the ankle in circles. 4 times one way, relaxing and then tensing the calf, and rotating the ankle in the other direction now. 4 times. Now shifting the weight to the left leg, tensing the right calf. Tense forward, relax, tense back. Tense forward, relax, tense back. And last time. Now with tension in the calf, rotate the ankle 4 times one way, 4 times the other. Now, again, with this next exercise, as I said, we want to only be tensing the area where we're intending to send energy. We want to focus at the center of each body part. Imagining you're focusing like deep in the bone marrow, the very center, as we send energy. So for this exercise, we're going to tense simultaneously the calf and the forearm. And then we're going to relax, and then we're going to tense the thigh and upper arm, alternating. So we'll start just breathing normally, tensing the left calf and forearm. Hold the tension, relax. Thigh and upper arm now, tensing and relax. Calf and forearm. Relax, thigh and upper arm, tensing low, medium, high with high willpower and relaxing. Now once more. So do 3 times, alternating. Now we want to switch to the right side, starting with calf and forearm. And thigh and upper arm. Calf and forearm sending energy just to the specified body part. Thigh and upper arm, and once more. Good. Now we're going to tense both calves and both forearms at the same time. And we're going to alternate that with both calves and both upper arms. Or both thighs and upper arms. So, tensing the calves and forearms, low, medium, high. Until you vibrate with tension, relax. Thighs and upper arms. Relax. Calf and forearm. Just breathing normally, thigh and upper arm. Good. Let's just pause for a moment. We want to, as Yogananda taught, we want to tense with will, and then we want to relax and feel. So we want to balance out the tension with relaxation afterwards. tensing and feeling afterwards a flow of energy. So the next exercise is tensing the left glute, trying to isolate that in the left chest, tensing them together. Relax now the right side. Relax, tensing the left side and the right. Once more each side, left and right. If you want to help you isolate the muscle now, you can place your hand there and relax. Good. Now just a few more exercises for today. Now we're going to go to the back recharging. So we're going to start with the lower section of the back. We have muscles on the left and right. Now we're going to try and isolate the muscles on the left side of the back, relax, and then the right side, just in this lower part. If you want, you can try and do the full, both sides together, relax. Now we're going to move up to the middle back between the shoulder blades, tensing the left and then the right side, alternating. Really trying to mentally place your attention in these muscles. The back muscles are, you might find some difficulty at first being able to control them independently. And I can do both left and right of the middle back together. But in time, you'll develop greater motor control. Now we're going to move to the last section of the back, up on the shoulder blades, on top of the shoulder blades. So tensing these muscles of the shoulder, your traps, alternating left and right. Tensing until you vibrate and relax. Okay, now we're going to place our hands on our shoulders. And we're going to do what's called shoulder rotations. So we want to make sure we're moving from the shoulder. We don't want to just move our elbows. We want to move from the shoulder. So a good way to learn that is to think about bringing your shoulders up to your ears, sending them far forward, dropping them down as low as you can, and then back. And turning that into a circular motion. And as we do these, we want to have a tension in the shoulders, a slight tension. We don't want to tense too high. But tension in the shoulders, and we're going to rotate 4 times forward. And relax. And tense and energy. And we're going to go in reverse direction now. Good. 4 times forward and 4 times back. Okay. So now, the last exercise I'm going to share with you in this video is called double breathing without tension. And eventually this will be the last exercise, the 39th exercise, so the last of the whole series. But for now, I want you, no matter how many of the exercises you do, I want you to always try and end with this exercise. It's a way of recentering the energy. So as we do these, we're awakening a lot of energy. This last exercise helps us to be more aware of that energy and also to center ourselves. So it's called double breathing without tension. We're going to bring our feet hip width apart. We're going to double exhale, relax the arms forward and soften the knees a little bit. It's a nice tall posture. And we're going to double inhale. Draw the arms in, opening the chest, bringing the shoulder blades slightly together, standing tall. You can tuck the chin slightly. And we're going to double exhale. We're going to take slight pauses as long as it feels comfortable in between the breaths. So slight pause, double inhale. No tension. Pause, really oxygenating the body. Double exhale. Just find your own rhythm with this exercise. So slight pause as long as it's comfortable. Double inhale. Pausing. And double exhale. Try and feel the flow of energy in the body. Trying to become more and more aware of this energy that's constantly flowing. We want to try and maintain a focus at this point between the eyebrows. Okay, trying to feel the energy moving to that point. Okay, so that's the first exercises that you'll be learning for this series. In the next video, in addition to reviewing these exercises and adding the next set, I'll also begin the video by talking a bit about the actual physical benefits of these exercises. You know, Yogananda always thought that these exercises in themselves are complete, but they're also very complementary to any other form of exercise that you want to do. So, that's all for now. I'll see you in the next video.